this is As an Atheist at overclock.net. As I was asked to, I will do a comparison of the hinges between an E6500 and a MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro is of the second latest revision. It is the Core 2 Dual Mountain Evo platform. MacBook Pro, it does not include, if I'm correct, this is not the solder-on battery, which is a new revision. It is a previous one. The hinges have not changed from the previous revision to this one, so it is a fair comparison in terms of MacBook Pros. The contender is the E6500 right over here. It's a 15.4 inch LCD. And it's an E6500. You can look it up online and check the specs if you'd like. So the way I'm gonna do this is basically going to demonstrate one laptop at a time, and I'm going to tap them 3 times, each time with an increasing intensity. And then lastly, I will do both laptops side by side, and then I will shake the platform which they are located in. For demonstration purposes, the webcam will be is set on a different platform to the laptops and to the webcam, so it will not affect the results. So first thing, we have the first tap, and I will continue to tap once the screen has stopped wobbling it. Second tap, a little harder. And finally the last tap, which is going to be the hardest. That was not a good one. As you can see here, the MacBook Pro actually went backwards at a different angle. It did not wobble, it just smoothly slid. Now the E6500. This is SNITs again. This is the E6500's turn. First tap. Second tap. Third tap. As you can see here in this time, the tap was so hard that it actually lifted the laptop upwards, perhaps a little bit too hard compared to a little bit harder than the MacBook Pro, but harder nonetheless. LCD stayed aligned. It did not bend, slide, or change the angles. Overall, very good. Now for the platform shaking. Both laptops will be side by side, one in front and one behind, and I will just set up the camera to capture both. So, as an atheist at overclock again, this test is the shaking of the actual platform. I decided to include a second additional test to actually test the strength of the hinges. I will let you guys know what that methodology for that is. For now, the shaking. There you go. I can't really tell how it went since I'm in front of them, but apparently the MacBook Pro had a little more wobble. Now, the strength. The strength test is basically lifting the laptop up from the LCD assembly. I do not recommend this whatsoever with any type of laptop. Well, better laptops will hold out better and they will not be damaged, but cheaper laptops can be damaged because perhaps the hinges are not strong enough to hold the weight of the laptop and may be flimsy. I'll be careful with both of them, and I'll show you guys the results. First, what I do is just basically put my palms right along the sides of the bottomest part of the LCD assembly, and then you just lift. As you can see, my hands are not supporting the bottom assembly, and the hinges are holding up quite well. They're able to support the heavy, thicker assembly of the E6500. On the MacBook Pro, that just simply is not the case. Bottom assembly, lift up. As you guys can see there, the hinges are not capable of holding the MacBook Pro. Once again. Overall, the hinges on the MacBook Pro are not disappointing. They're actually quite firm. They feel very smooth whenever you move them side, forward and backwards. It's very smooth, doesn't feel jerky like in cheaper laptops. The E6500 is the same thing. It's very smooth, very nice. Of course, the hinges are stiffer and more firm. Overall, the hinges on the E6500 are stronger, as shown in this demonstration. The last extra that I want to add is a simple screen comparison. I'm going to go ahead and load up the same background, or at least attempt to load up the same background if I could find it on Google again. And I will show you guys the brightness and other LCD comparisons. This is as an atheist, and now for the LCD comparison. The comparison will simply be brightness and viewing angles. Let's start with the brightness test. Both computers have the same background applied. Now to show you. E6500. MacBook Pro, E6500, MacBook Pro. Viewing angles. And the MacBook Pro. Fortunately, this makes it not too much. Sorry about that. There you go.